Well, let's jump into it. As you can see, playtime of almost 21 hours in total, which is quite a lot. But here we are. Overseer Glacier is the craziest of all overseers. I'm moving out as soon as I can. I think we already talked with these people in the previous episode. In fact, if I am remembering stuff correctly, today we are just simply going upwards. This way. Which is what we didn't do in the previous episode. And it starts immediately with a cutscene, so here we are. That's a lot of people. How very unfortunate of you. Wrong neighborhood. Well, they do be looking kind of mad. Just beyond this point lies Omnicron's doom, so close. Okay. You must feel honored, kid. We spent the entire afternoon arguing which one of us gets to beat you. And we've decided that you get to pick whom to fight. Either way, it's gonna bomb. This time you won't be so lucky, human rat. Why Omnicron's children are such curious beings. I've never seen them so excited about a silly fight. Please tell me you can beat them all super easily. I'm not programmed to lie, Dina. Decisions. Perhaps you ought to fight all of us. What? Aren't you guys going to chase them? I didn't expect my character to just run away. They'll be back. Indeed we will. We only need to hold this choke point to the tower. Today Father Omnicron will arise. And Ulzar's brethren will fall. Boom. Hehe. Right. So why did we run away instead of fighting? This is going to be much harder than we thought. I don't think so, we are kind of overpowered. There is no way we can beat all five of them alone. I think we can easily. I wonder what is taking Remus and the others so long. We need their help. Oh, hello again. Did you meet Overseer Glacier? And the Nexolord's champions? Yes, the entire town is horrified by their presence. As you can see, everyone is hiding in their homes. These days have been a nightmare. Why aren't you hiding? Come with me and I'll show you. Hurry up or the Nexolord's stacks will come and get us. We can talk safely up the western woods. What's up with that woman? It sounds intriguing, maybe we should follow her to the woods. But I wanna go fight. Whoa, you cannot be serious about going there again. Overseer Glacier and all the champions are there. We cannot beat them alone. Well, that's unfortunate. Seems like we will need to take the long way around. She went this way, right? Yeah, she went this way. Where did that woman go? My sensors cannot find her nearby. She must be deep within the woods. Let's be careful. Deep within the woods, you say? I don't see any fishing spots. We can go into the igloo. That's interesting. I will do that in a little bit. First things first, let's try to find the lady. She doesn't seem to be in here. She could be maybe up there. Doesn't seem like she's up here either. You know what? In that case, let's try to find some new cuties to capture. This one we already have. This one is a new one, let's put it to sleep. Thank you for the coffee and the nut, by the way. I'm pretty sure I saw this Nexomon at some point in a battle or something. But it's nice to finally be able to capture it as well. As always. I misclicked, whoops. Happens to the best of us. There we go, lovely. Let's send it to the storage. And let's continue searching for some more cuties. What's up with this patch of grass over here, for example? Seems a bit odd to have such little patch of grass in the corner. Maybe something special is hiding in there. Or it could just be a bunch of penguins, I suppose. Here we go. Ooh, that's a mega rare. Voltosphere. I could use the golden one, but let's try our luck with the basic ones first. Because I still wanna kind of save the golden ones just in case there is something even rarer later on, like some legendaries for example. We got extremely lucky and captured this one on first try, which is quite fun. Very lovely design. It's a very lovely bird. So I'm quite happy I managed to capture that. I wonder if he was hiding in this particular patch of grass, or if he can be found anywhere in this area. Ooh, another rare. You look like a fancy turkey. I'm not entirely sure what this reminds me of, but it reminds me of something. Just a fancy turkey, I suppose. Looks lovely. I will happily capture it if I can. So far the episode started with 3 new Nexomon captures, which is nice. You always love to see it, you know. Okay, you seem to be avoiding my Nexo trap quite nicely. But you cannot avoid it for too long. I wonder if it would be technically possible to waste like 300 Nexotraps on one Nexomon if you get like extremely unlucky or something. Would be interesting. But here we are. The magic turkey has been captured and sent to the storage. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's do a little bit of a fight over here, we might as well. Only the strongest tamers survive in frozen tundra. You do not seem to belong here. Well, let's see how strong you are. Level 51, that's going to be a landslide victory for me, I think. Nice to see you dance. You love this music? It's indeed a very nice music. I will probably die. The enemy decided to spare me. I need to swap to someone else though, because my HP is not looking too well. The music do be quite nice, I agree. Very reminiscent of Pokemon, but with a little bit of a twist. Okay, we got paralyzed, so let's switch again to Hermit, since that's the water against fire. There we go. Double level up as well, you'll have to see it. Ah, how are you this strong? You fight with the might of an overseer. Well, I am happy to hear that I am doing well. Apparently I am fighting with the might of an overseer, which is a very lovely compliment in my opinion. Now, to be fair, we already got the very rare and the rare in this area. So there might not be anything else in here for us to capture. And if that's the case, then let's do like 3 more. And if we don't see anything new, we will move on. That was 1. This is 2. It's a new one. That's just a geese. Or a swan, fancy looking swan. Don't mind if I do. Of course it wouldn't be captured on the first try, as per usual, but we can always try again. Oh my. Seems like this one is a bit complicated. But here we are. Success. That was another new one. I did say that if we don't find anything, but we did, so let's do like 5 more, and if we still don't find anything new, we will move on after this next 5. Okay, 4 more to go. We are mostly finding these penguins, which are very cute. I love the ice cubes on their head. which is why I decided to put one in the thumbnail of the previous episode. They look very lovely. This one we already had. I lost the count, I think 3 more. Lohava leveled up. Let's do 2 more. I am out of energy. Let's swap. Let's fight with wind. Let's do electricity. 1245 damage. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that might be the highest damage output we ever seen in this game, so that's pretty nice. I am quite satisfied with that number. We are still out of energy. I completely forgot. He's using shield, but it didn't help him much. We aren't finding anything else, unfortunately. Let me swap back to my main. And we will move on. Because there was nothing else to be seen in here. I saw a massive machine being moved around the woods. It was headed to the Nexolord's tower. What could it be? Also, I didn't forget about the battle in here. Let's deal with it. Hey, my name is Max. I don't know why I told you my name. Weird. Let's fight. He doesn't have the PNG on the screen for some reason. But that's okay, that's okay. We do have powerful trumpers. That's a water type. Thankfully the water type decided not to use the water attack against my fire type. Lucky. We are bamboozled, so let's swap to Boltusk. It's been a while. Our lovely electric type. Let's deal a big bang. Even though it's not effective, it killed the enemy. The Rush is a lovely creature as well. Let's do the same. And here we are. Wow, you are so good and I am so bad. I should have picked something better than a Hobbin. Perhaps. Let's proceed into the left side over here and see what's going on in here. No matter the weather, Nexomon tamers are always eager to challenge each other, huh? Kids these days are simply restless. If you say so. Hobbin can get kicked. Kurel also gets kicked, we already have him. Now I don't know if this particular patch of grass holds anything new for us to see. But we might as well give it a couple of tries. Just to make sure we aren't missing out on anything. Like for example, the Serela over here, that's something we don't have yet. Let's put it to sleep. Let's put it to sleep. Seems like it doesn't wanna sleep despite having closed eyes. It's weird, but here we are. Let's capture it. I love the design, by the way. If you cannot tell, I like the color red. So I am a bit biased, I suppose. Here we are. What would you like to do with Cyrilla? The same thing as always, send it to the storage. Gotta catch them all, as they say. That was a new Nexomon, so I will search a bit more. Because if there is one, there could be more. And based on the fact that we are getting some birds that we didn't before, I think this patch of grass has different rooster of Nexomon than the one that was in the right area from which we came from. So let's make sure to explore properly. Here we have a rare Vroid that we do not have yet. Let's put it to sleep. He still has the eyes open despite being asleep. Which is actually common with lots of animals. But here we are. Always lovely to see the capture succeed on the first try. And yeah. I will say though, I am really enjoying this game. And I am quite excited to see how much of an improvement will the sequel be. Because as I said many times already, I do plan to play it. Probably right after we finish Nexomon. And I think it will be quite exciting. I don't know if it takes place in the same area but in the future. Or if it's in a completely different area or something. That remains to be seen, but I'm definitely excited. Okay, let's do a couple more. We aren't finding anything new at the moment. But there could something be. In fact, let's do this fight over here. I came all the way from Ignitia to check out how strong these frozen peeps are. But none of them stand a chance against me, huh? What about you? He doesn't have a shirt on. He's shirtless in the frozen tundra. Can you believe this? How is he not freezing? I am out of energy, unfortunately. Let's switch to... Let's switch to Ball Tusk, I suppose. Let's use the most powerful attack that Bostag has, even though it's not effective. It works well enough. It's a cool Nexomon. I wonder if we will capture that one soon. It's one of the few we haven't met yet. Gah, you are not from around here. You are way stronger than the tamers in this freezer. Well, I forgot I'm out of energy. Whoops. I keep doing that for some reason. I guess it do be like that sometimes. Okay, we should be good with another kick after this. And then we need to switch. Let's check over here. Kick. And since we didn't get anything new, let me switch back to Jabin. Jabin has the energy field at the moment, which is nice. It doesn't seem like there is anything else in this particular area. I do see the shiny over here, which is the super potion. Was there any shinies down there? I don't think so. I think we will now proceed upwards. Another level up for Luhava. Yeah, I don't see any shinies. Let's proceed. That's the lady we are after. Let's speak with her. Thank you for coming all the way here. The name is Juliet, by the way. Why are we here? Did you know that this is the Nexolord's hometown? I guess he's got to come from somewhere. When he was a young adventurer, he used to secretly come to these woods all the time. There is something I must tell you. I cannot hold it anymore. What is it? The Nexolord used to have some kind of underground laboratory hidden deep in these woods. I can only guess, but that's where he's been building one of those resurrection machines. What? You knew about this? It is my fault. I know it's my fault. I should have told someone, but it's too late, and now the world is in danger. When news about the desert incident arrived, I decided to come check on the laboratory myself. Now there is a creepy guy guarding the entrance. I need your help to break into that place and find the truth. This laboratory, do you think there is still people working inside? I think so, yes. I have seen minions coming in and out from that place. There is a chance that Eli is in there. We need to check out this place for sure. Please let me come with you. I need to see it for myself. Okay, we cannot read this sign. I suppose... Restricted area. Let's check it out. It's this fella again. I figured we'd eventually meet again. The bounty hunter. What are you doing here? Guess what? I got yet another job after you got me fired twice. You see, the Nexolord has put me to guard this old place. I actually enjoy this new job. It is peaceful and I don't have to travel as much as before. We need to break into that place. Are you kidding me? I just got this job. You want me to get fired again? What the hell is your problem? Come on, you need to stop doing the Nexolord's dirty work. How is this supposed to be dirty? I'm just standing in front of a door. You know what? I won't let you in. You'll have to fight me for this. Well, it's not like he stands any chance against our team. So... let's wipe the floor with him, I suppose. We are still one hit killing most of the things, which is nice. Jamil is almost dead, so let's switch to Fatty Doom. I think that should do nicely for us. It's a cool Nexomon, I like that one. Let's use this. Wow, that was 1350 damage. Pretty decent chunk of damage, that's for sure. Screw you guys. Let's enter the place now. Oh. Yeah, let's do it. This place seems to be heavily guarded. We might actually find Eli in here. So this is where they built the resurrection machines. We will find out soon enough. We found a new revive. Actually, you know what? You know what I think I will do? We went through multiple areas without exploring them. Because I was curious about the story. Will this grass stop wiggling? There we go. But now that we know that the laboratory is in there, I think we should maybe do some more farming in the area. Mainly I wanna check out what was up here, where we didn't go before. Yeah, over here. Let's do a couple of grasses in here. Just to see if we can catch something we don't have yet. Let's also speak with the people that are roaming this area. And then we will go explore the laboratory. Well, there we go. First thing that we don't have yet. It's the Aziton. Let's capture him. Might be another difficult one to capture, but we will see. Looks like it's taking a couple of tries, but we can persevere, that's for sure. There we go. Ziton has been captured. Let's send him to the storage and let's proceed. Platifu we already have. Let's do this battle with this tamer over here. I am not nearly as strong as Overseer Glacia, but one day I will challenge and defeat that evil Overseer. Look at my progress. Well, let's see your progress. Level 50. You know what? That's not bad, but not enough to defeat my powerful Reimu. The one hit KO. You'll have to see it. Not even the big Chungus stands a chance against my kicks. Wow, you know what? You should be the one to become the new overseer of our city. Maybe I will do that. Even though I technically don't live here. I came from... I forgot the name of the place. Wow, Shermit in the wild. That's unexpected. Thankfully we already have Shermit in our team. Well, doesn't seem like this area has any other new types, but I wanna double check just to be safe. I mean, this is rather quick anyways. Doesn't really take too much time to look around. Seems like Azeton was the only new type in this area. Maybe. Let's check the grass. This over here in the corner. There is also item over here, which is the elixir. Flexor we already have. I will probably need to switch to someone else. So let's do it. Again the flexor. Okay, let's speak with this lady over here. People are starting to move to other cities. We probably got the worst overseer in history. She is so obsessed with the Nexomon. But to be unfortunate, not much else to say about that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is anything else in here going on. I'm just making sure because we can always come back, but it would be better to be finished with an area, you know. Doesn't seem like we will be capturing anything else in here. I will do a couple more. Like maybe 2 more after this one. One more after this one. So who's gonna be the lucky last one? Another penguin. Okay. Nothing new in here. Point taken. And since that's the case, I will continue moving forward. I think I spoke with everyone in the area. And I don't see any shinies everywhere, so I think we are good to go. This area needs to be explored as well. Although if I had to guess, this area probably has the exact same types appearing in it, so let's do like 5 patches of grass, and if we don't see anything new, we will go across the bridge. We already have you. This is new. Harista, rare. We need to rest, unfortunately. Thankfully the enemy missed. Let's put it to sleep. And now let's try to capture it. It's a beautiful creature in my opinion. I love the color scheme. Looks very majestic. especially with the green eyes. It's beautiful. You are coming to save me. Gets frozen. Yeah. The frozen tundra do be quite rough. Can you believe this? Couple minutes ago we actually came across a tamer in the wild that we fought, and he was shirtless in the frozen tundra. Shirtless tamer. I guess he was built different, but wow. Look at this beauty. Oh my. It's a very lovely creature. Okay, let's do a couple more since we did find one that we didn't have before. As I always say, if there is one new, there is probably more hiding in there. There you go, this one is also new. Karagodillo. He tried to use my own spells against me. Like Uno reverse card, but he failed. Meanwhile, we managed to capture him on first try, so that's lovely. Also, I hope you are doing well, Crystalling. Always nice to see you come by. Okay, let's do a couple more. Maybe 3, maybe 4. We will see how we feel about it. But we already got 2 new creatures, so I don't think there will be much else. I should probably swap my main leader. Never mind, I just leveled up, therefore my powers have been refueled, which is nice. What are you surprised about, Onyx? Okay. Well, seems to me like we are done with this area. Or at least this side of this area. Let's check the other side. Over here. It could be hiding something we don't have. And if it doesn't, we will move to the left. Okay, seems like we should be probably good to go. That's the mega rare we already have. Beautiful bird, but we already got him, so yeah, I don't think there is anything else. Let's move on. This area could also hold something new. Also, what's the point of this little area over here? Doesn't seem like there is anything in there. There is a mysterious building up ahead. Sometimes you can hear very loud mechanical sounds. It's like some sort of factory. Okay. Nice to see you pet the crystal wing. I'm sure he appreciates it. Also, thank you for the posture check. Funnily enough, my posture at the moment is very scuffed, so let me adjust. Okay, I think I am fixed. By the way, if I go out of bounds from the camera, my VTuber just freezes, which is why you usually don't see the posture check being performed on the VTuber. But I think that's okay. Thank you for the beached ball. We already have this one. Maybe this area doesn't hold anything new for us. Let's a name burst is something we don't have actually. What's a weird fella? Okay, this one might be a bit tricky to capture, but I'm sure we will persevere and succeed. There we go. Lovely. Send him to the storage. And since that's a new one in this area, I will continue searching, because as I said, when there is one new one, there is more likely more new ones, and here we have the second one that we don't have yet. Hopefully we can put it to sleep soon. There we go. How many Nexotraps will it take to capture this one? Well, seems like a bunch. There we go. Send it to the storage. So that's 2 new friends in this area. I will continue searching for more. I should probably switch though. Jamin is not looking too good. Reimu on the other hand is looking mighty fine. And I also think Reimu can stay a bit longer because his lowest attack that we are using costs less energy than the one we were using before. So let's see. Currently we are getting repeats. I guess it's bound to happen. Okay, let's see. Something new, please. Doesn't seem like we will be getting anything new, maybe. Seems like we are out of luck. At least for the moment. That's fine, I guess. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Robin keeps appearing. And just 2 more over here. And then we will finally go in front of the laboratory. Okay, nothing else, nothing else. That's okay, that's okay. If we missed something, we can always come back. Now it's time to explore in front of the laboratory. If I had to guess, there will be something new in here because it's in front of a building that has some shady business going in it. Perhaps there are some shady Pokemon, I mean Nexomon. I'm sure I'm not the only one who confuses the names of the creatures from time to time. To be fair, it's kind of hardwired in my brain. Because in my childhood I played a lot of Pokemon. So I gotta keep telling myself this is Nexomon. I can imagine that if when I in the future play through Coromon or something, I will be even more bamboozled and will keep saying Nexomon. It is what it is, I suppose. I am quite surprised we didn't find anything in here though. Like actually quite surprised. It's like this area doesn't actually have anything new in it. Just the stuff we've seen. Therefore, I think I will just go inside. Yeah. We are out of energy anyway. Let me swap to Petty Doom. Let's go inside. I'm surprised this device didn't trigger a fire or something. Hey you, stop right there. Okay. I wonder how big this laboratory area will be. That's something we haven't seen yet. Nice to see you dance, Phonix, as always. What the heck is this? That just looks like very angry tomato. It's called Lycopene. What the heck? Interesting design. Apparently it's a rare one. I wonder where in the wild can we find the tomatoes? Beaten by a kid. Ah. The next Solotr is gonna fire me. This cannot be happening. Well, apparently all doors are locked except for this one, so let's proceed. Security guard. So it is true. The kid has infiltrated the laboratory. Let's see what you are made of. Okay. Well. Obelink. That's the thing that follows us around. We still don't have this one in our collection, surprisingly enough. Even though it's something I would definitely like to have. It seemed to be quite powerful. In fact, I will switch to Lohava maybe. It's very powerful. Very effective, you'll have to see it. Let's do this. Here we are. Another defeated enemy. I am out of here. Someone called the Nexolord. Overseer Glacier, help. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that one Pokemon game which had like the Mewtwo and such in the laboratory being grown and such. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was like the first one maybe. The red Pokemon Red maybe. For the original Game Boy. They actually do have some Nexomon in the tubes over there. Surprisingly enough. There is something very odd about this place. Did the Nexolord build it back in the day all on his own? That's right, I used to follow him into the woods all the time and I didn't see anyone else. Not even Eli can come up with this kind of technology. This is the work of an amazing scientist. An amazing scientist? Why thank you, that's very kind of you. Who said that? My sensors aren't picking any other life forms in this room. Maybe there is a ghost in here? Hey there, what's up? How did you do that? What are you? Now, don't be rude. Not everything in this world needs an answer. Who are you? I'm just a fellow scientist, that's all. What happened to you? An experiment gone terribly wrong, I'm afraid. Did you help the Nexolord build this place? I taught him everything he knows. I am his mentor. His what? I would love to talk about that, but my time is short. Instead, I want to ask a favor out of that kid. I never had a Nexomon battle before, how embarrassing. If only I could feel the thrill of combat just once. What say you? Beat me and I will let you through here to meet with your friend. I don't trust this guy one bit, but we don't have much of a choice right now. Let's do this. Wonderful. Show me what can a Nexomon do. I shall show you no mercy. Explosion. I will probably die in the next turn. Just like I suspected. That's okay though, we can switch. And we can use one of these. Slippery. That's another one of these, if I say so myself. Petty Doom, wow. Is this the first time we had to fight Petty Doom? Thankfully we beat it in one hit, so that's nice. Ulzar, that's an interesting design. Dies in one hit also. But interesting for sure. I am speechless. What amazing creatures they are. Hey, there is no way that was your first Nexomon battle. I assure you it was, young lady. Thanks for the fun, my friend. We will surely meet again. Wow. I wonder if Overseer Hilda can find anything about that ghost scientist. Can we just move on? I don't want to think about that creep anymore. Well, that was interesting. The music has stopped, so something creepy is for sure going on. Let's proceed. You are here. Master Eli. Are these your friends, Eli? What took you so long? You've got no idea how deplorable this place is. They must be the other scientists we saw in the Nexolord's broadcast. I cannot believe that Nexolord kidnapped all of you. Is that machine what I think it is? This is just a prototype of the device that will revive Omnicron. The final version was already shipped to the Nexolord's tower. What? He already got the device? We tried to sabotage it, but the ghost scientist kept watching us the whole time. He knows what he's doing. As far as I am concerned, the resurrection device is absolutely capable of bringing Omnicron back to life. It is truly a marvel of engineering, isn't it? Too bad it's probably going to destroy the world. There is no time to waste. We need to break into the tower and destroy the machine. That's not going to be easy at all. Overseer Glacier and the champions are holding the entrance. We need a plan. There must be a way to break their defenses. Why don't you use my house as a hideout? I bet the Nexolord's forces are on their way here. Yes, I cannot stand this place any longer. My, you got a rather nice place, Miss Juliet. I see you got quite the taste for romantic teenage vampire novels. Hey, don't touch anything. I will be upstairs if you guys need me. So what's the plan? We cannot break into the tower without fighting Glacia and the champions first. You fools, there is no need to fight the champions at all. Wait, what? Really? The champions are not humans, they are Nexomon, remember? Yeah, so what? Nexomon are highly susceptible to the energy waves generated by a Nexocore. And I see you have one. The Nexocore doesn't have much energy left. Naive children. With the proper materials we can massively amplify the Nexocore's energy output. If we use it close enough to them, they will be forced to withdraw, and the path to the tower will be clear for us. So what do you need to build this bomb? There is a rare mineral that is very compatible with our Nexocore. I think we could use that. It's called Nexonium and it is astronomically expensive. However, I bet you can find enough Nexonium ore deep in a cave or something. Only a local of this area would know. Maybe we should talk with Juliet. Go find Nexonium while we work on the Nexocore. Hey kid, I heard all about you. Amazing work. I am Dr. Winston. I happen to know your parents. Brilliant scientists, eh? The Nexolord tricked a lot of scientists into thinking that this device would be used to study ancient Nexomon life. Science isn't meant for this sort of madness, not at all. Hello there, how can I help you? Did you know that we were looking for you in the jungle? Oh, right. Overseer Khan offered to protect me from the Nexolord, but somehow Nadine found me anyway. She can be really scary, you know that. We know that better than anyone. We need Nexonium to improve the Nexocore's performance. Maybe Juliet knows where to find some around this place. What are you doing? You are supposed to be looking for the Nexonium. So you are one of the scientists that the Nexolord kidnapped. What exactly do you do? What? You've never heard of Dr. Oswald, creator of the modern MmattDonk devices? No? Go away, you ignorant fools. Well, we made him a man, but we received some elixirs, so that's nice. Let's go upstairs. Super Ether, don't mind if I do. I wonder what is taking Remus and the others so long. At this rate you will have to fight the Nexolord on your own. Huh? What do you need? A rare ore called Nexonium? I'm afraid I've never heard of it, but there is a cave with many shiny rocks. Maybe one of them is Nexonium. Would you like me to lead you there? Sure. Alright then, I feel responsible for this whole situation, so I'll help you out. Come meet me at the eastern exit of the town, okay? Well, okay then. Before I dedicate myself to going into the caves, I wanna go back this way and double check the room where the scientists were held. Because I'm pretty sure there could be something in there, you know, that I missed. It wouldn't be the first time. And it's relatively close by, so why not? The enemies are still asleep, which is nice. Let's see. When we entered this room, cutscene started and we weren't able to explore it. Now that I'm looking at it though, it doesn't seem like there are any shinies in here, so unfortunately this was a waste of time. Oh well, it happens. Let's go into the town and heal up. And then we will head to the Caverns. I thought that today's episode would end up being in the Nexolord's tower. But We took some unexpected detours and such. Seems like the tower will come into play a bit later. Probably after we secure the Nexonium. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, by the way. We are doing quite nicely. Let's proceed. Let's go this way. Where was the healing station? I think it was down here. Yeah. Let's go here. Might as well, you know. Okay, now let me swap to Raimo. And let's continue moving onwards into the right side. Oh, there you are. Ready to check out that cave? Hey, Juliet, I've been wondering, why are you helping us? What do you mean? It's just a nice person. Alright, you got me. I love the Nexomon. Right. I wanted to be the overseer of this town. I wanted to serve at his side. Can you believe that he picked Aglacia as the overseer instead? Yes, I can. She looks terrifying. Ever since that day, I've been trying to take her down no matter what. That's why I need you to defeat Glacia. This is the only way the next lord will come to my arms. You are crazy. The next lord is crazy too. We are made for each other. Let's just go to the cave you mentioned. Right, follow me. Well, that's a plot twist, I suppose. I guess I would rather see Juliet as the overseer instead of Glacia. Maybe you can appoint her if you become the next lord. Maybe. Indeed, it's the gay blade. What if in the sequel we somehow get back into this town and she is in fact the next overseer and we need to defeat her? That would be cool, I'm speculating about the sequel despite not being done with this. I guess I'm just excited. I don't remember if we farmed this area, but I think we did at the very end of the previous episode, maybe. Yeah, I remember catching the pig over here. Yeah. I remember this. Therefore, we can probably just continue. I don't think we've been over here yet. Yeah, this is a brand new area. This is a brand new area and therefore it is time to explore what Nexomons can we find in this place. We should also probably at some point go backwards into some of the fishing spots, because I'm pretty sure there are probably some Nexomons that are exclusive to the fishing that you need to fish out if you want to capture them. And although I had some troubles with the fishing, I think in the last episode we kind of figured how it works, so hopefully we wouldn't run into any troubles when we eventually decide to do that. In other news, we got the Mount Ryan over here, which is someone we've seen many times in battles. And yet we still don't have him captured, so let's capture him and add him to the collection. There we go. That's a lovely addition. I don't know why it takes me out of there when I step on the block over there. But it is what it is. Will we find anything else in here, or should I move on? We still got a bit of time before we need to end the episode, so let's continue searching. Maybe we will find something new. Where there is one new, there is usually more. And here we are. That's the second new Nexomon in this area that we found. It's a monkey. That didn't work, unfortunately. Let's try again. It will work eventually, I'm sure. Well, that's another fail. Okay. Let's try again. There we go. Lovely. Let's send it to the storage and let's proceed. I think I will now go upstairs and do this battle with that tamer over there. That seems like a good plan. Let's see. For some reason it was ignoring me for a little bit. One day I will be strong enough to defeat the Nexomon. And then I will rule the world. Ahaha. Alrighty then, let's see how strong you are. Pentapus should be kick. One hit KO, you love to see it. Steam Mouse, that's something we don't have here. I should switch to someone else because Reimu is out of energy. Unfortunately. Another one-hit KO basically. If you don't count that one damage we did before him. You should be good to perish as well. There we go. Up next, the Felicient. You perish as well, and here we are, another successful battle. What have you done? How dare you? When I become the new Nexolord, you will pay for this. Will I? I'm not too sure about that. sounds like a far-fetched fantasy, to be honest. Because as far as I am concerned, we are about to become the next Nexolord ourselves. Which will be quite interesting to see. I wonder if it will be somehow connected to the sequel, where we will eventually need to fight our previous self from this game or something. Kind of like they did it in Pokemon Silver, I think, where when you reach the end game you fight the red. Or am I confusing the Pokemon games? I think one of the Pokemon games had that mechanic in there, where you fought the self from the previous game, which was very cool at the time, I will say. I quite enjoyed that. Boltask, what are you doing in the wild? That's the second teammate we found in the wild. Rondel, on the other hand, is someone we don't have yet, so let's try to capture it. If we can. Might take a couple of tries, it seems like, but I'm sure we can succeed. There we go, it's asleep. Okay. I'm not sure if this would be considered monkey or not. It kind of looks like monkey. Monkey with two weird loop around the body tails. To be fair, it's an interesting design. There we go, we captured it. I wonder how our collection looks like at the moment. Maybe I should check. Let's check. Database. 216 out of 310. That's pretty decent, I would say. There are rare mineral deposits all around the region. If you look hard enough, you might find amazing ores like Nexomon. That's exactly what we are planning, so it's almost as if he read our mind. That would be nuts indeed. Handicap? Punch. Okay, will we get anything else new in here, or are we finished with this section? I'm not too sure. Seems like this spot in particular is the handicap spot. Oh my god, how many handicaps can we find in the wild? Let's do like one more and then we will move on. One single extra battle over here. It's the pig. It's the pig and we were out of energy, unfortunately. So before I move into the next area, let me switch with Remu. There we go, let's proceed. Kind of looks like the city continues. Another new house over there. I am looking for shinies. I don't see any. This used to be the Nexolord's house. Everyone avoids it. Who knows what secrets lie inside? Anyway, the cave is just over here. Come with me. Can we go inside of the house? We don't have time to check this place out. That's bullshit. That's called. I mean, throughout the entire game, we broke into countless houses and stole countless items from said houses. So how come this one in particular, the one that is lore important, is apparently we don't have time for this? Seems a bit weird to me, but okay. Here we are in the cave. Antifreeze, don't mind if I do. Excavate, you look like I freaking you look like something that would explode if I stepped on it. It's a weird design. Let's capture it. It also kind of looks like a bowl of some red soup, depending on the angle you look at it. Bowl of soup with hands and teeth. And for some reason cat whiskers as well. Interesting. Truly one of a kind species. Excavate has been captured. Send him to the storage. Super potion, nice. Let's run around the place because there could be more Nexomon in here that we don't have yet. Tyrek isn't one of them, but let's continue. Draclone is one of them. In fact, this is one of the cute ones that I said many times I would like to have, so let's try to capture it. While I take a sip of coffee. Seems like the coffee brought me luck. First try capture is always nice to happen. Send him to the storage and let's continue running around the pillar in the middle of the room in hopes of finding something else. So far we found 2 new cuties in this cave. I would assume there is more though. Prismazor we already have. That's a mega rare, but apparently it appears in multiple areas, so it doesn't really seem that rare to me. I'm not sure how the rarity works in this game, but the mega rares definitely appear rather commonly. I mean, not as commonly as the actual commons and uncommons, but definitely more frequently than you would expect. The only rarity that seems to be like actually rare is the legendary type. Because so far throughout the entire game we only had one legendary Nexomon randomly pop in that we captured, and that's the one that we have on the team, the Luhava, which is the flying type. Very beautiful and very powerful. I'm quite happy we managed to find it. It also happened rather early in the playthrough. I think it was in like the episode 3 or episode 4, which is heavily surprising when you think about it. Legendary type so early on. Very lucky. I do wonder how many more legendary types there are in the game that you can capture. Maybe in the wild or something. I also wonder if we will be able to capture the overseers, because they are technically speaking they are also Nexomons. And for the sake of completion it would probably be fun to be able to capture them somehow, maybe after the story ends. Like some sort of a post-game, post-end-game content, you know. But who knows, we will see. It doesn't seem like we will be able to do much in here. I think we are now getting the repeats and nothing new. Let's give one more round around. We have 18 energy, so we can do one more, then we will swap the Nexomon and move on. Okay, we didn't get anything else new. That's fine. Let's swap to Nexomon just like I said. For the Jamin. Let's continue deeper. Water everywhere, which means there could be fishing maybe. There could be maybe some fishing spots. I don't see any at the moment. This also isn't the first time we've seen a cave being kind of filled with water, which makes me wonder if there will be some way of getting the water away and exploring the previously filled area. You know, that would be interesting. Brush Shield over here is a really cool design as well. I will capture him for sure. There we go. Yeah, that's a lovely design. That's a new type as well. But I think I will just continue moving onwards, since there doesn't seem to be anything else in here. We can always come back, you know, so... Let's see what's over here. Greetings. Is that another ghost? Another ghost. We met the ghost of a scientist claiming to be the Nexolord's mentor. That is not a ghost. I don't know who that man is, but he is neither dead or alive. Regardless, there are more troubling news at the moment. Your time has run out. What do you mean? At this rate, Omnicron's resurrection is imminent. You won't be able to stop the Nexolord in time. Which means you will have to fight Omnicron himself. I am here to warn you one last time. Remember what I told you about the evil that lurks inside every Nexomon? Omnicron's rebirth will awaken the darkness in your Nexomon. They will betray you, as they betrayed me. Do not make the same mistakes as I did. Do not trust your Nexomon. They are not your friends. They are Omnicron's offspring, just like the champions you have fought so far. Don't you see, this is precisely what Omnicron planned centuries ago. This fake bond between humans and Nexomon will crumble and humanity will fall on Omnicron's wake. How can you say that? It's thanks to the Nexomon that we have come this far. They would never betray us. So you refuse to listen. It seems I chose the wrong person to protect my world. With the last of my strength I will open your eyes. This is the true nature of your Nexomon. Witness how they fight against you. Okay, seems like we will be fighting our own team, maybe. Yeah, we will. I will need to swap. That's a stone type, which is not good. Let me try using my hands actually. I think this enemy should have the exact same moves as me, probably. He put me to sleep. Let me use one of my anti-sleeps. Which is on here. I think we should be able to defeat our own team. Shouldn't be too difficult. The first one is down. Shermit should be weak to electricity, I think. So let's deal with him. It was very effective, but it didn't kill him. And we got bound, which is heavily unfortunate. Let's unbound ourselves. And hopefully we can deal the final blow now. There we go. Now we are in the lead. Because we got more Nexomon alive than the enemy. And it seems like we get lucky enough to actually have more of a lead than the enemy. It's 4 fully healed against 3. So we should be fine, I think. Unless something unexpected happens. Okay, 4 against 2. We have to we are disadvantaged. Disadvantages. My English is failing me. How the hell do you pronounce it? Either way, we died. And Reimu is out of energy. That's heavily unfortunate, I will say. Thankfully, Boltask missed us. And now he's gone. 3 against 1. 3 against 1. Let's swap to Fetidoom. Of course he put me to sleep. Let me actually whip out another anti-sleep if I can. This is so far the toughest battle yet. But as you can see, we managed to deal with it anyways. Should be easy win. There we go. The Nexomon he used, they were identical to yours. What if he's right? What if we cannot use Nexomon to fight Omnicron? I mean, we easily wiped the floor with them, so I wouldn't be too worried about this. Let's just take the Nexonium and return to the hideout for now. Received the Nexonium ore. I hate that it... Never mind. We found another Nex trap over here. And we... also find something else in the corner. It kind of seemed like it would teleport us back to the hideout, which is something I would be deeply upset about. Because of the 2 items that were hidden in the plain sight. Thankfully it didn't though, so it should be fine. Question is, does this cave hold any other Nexomons that we do not have yet? I will assume that we maybe already seen everything, so I will slowly head out of here and move towards the quest. Can we now go in? No. I hope I won't forget about this place. I should definitely come back and check it out after we beat the game or something. I don't exactly remember which building was the hideout. So hopefully we can find it. Here we are. Was it this one? No. Tudobem? I'm not sure what that means. This also isn't it. It's Brazil? Ah, I see, I see. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Was it maybe this house over here? It wasn't this one, but we found a new item in here. In fact, 2 items, anti-confuse as well. Oh, this isn't a good place for a kid. Please hide until the next lord leaves, will you? Glacia and Juliet have been fighting each other for years. Glacia always wins, of course, but I see potential in young Juliet. Seems like we forgot to explore some of these houses when we originally came through here. Or maybe they were locked beforehand. This is the one we are looking for. Amazing, you got the Nexomon just in time. With this, the Nexocore will be incredibly powerful. The champions won't stand a chance against it. But how are we going to use it? You need to be very close to them, don't you? Hehe, we already got that sorted out. Atlas, what's your name? That's your name, right? Prepare to be a hero today. What are you talking about? We are going to hide the Nexocore inside you. All you have to do is get as close as possible to the champions and it will automatically shock them all. Are you crazy? Come on, the energy waves won't hurt you one bit. They only affect Nexomon. If there is no other way, I will be waiting for you by the entrance. Come to me when you are ready. Very, very well. Let me go upstairs real quick just to check. Juliet isn't in there. Okay. I guess we can just proceed with the main quest. I think it should be fine. I think this door was also locked beforehand, so... No, I remember this one. We already explored this one. Okay, let's go with the quest. Are you ready for this? The Nexocore can take care of the champions, but you will have to battle Overseer Glacia. It's not going to be easy, but you already came this far. I know you can do it. I need a moment, because I forgot to heal. Let's go heal. In the building over here. There we go. Your party is doing great now. See you later. Thank you, thank you. Let's proceed. I do wonder what will happen next. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go. Perfect. I have attacked the Nexocore inside Atlas. All you have to do is get close to the champions and it will shock them. Right, that's going to be a piece of cake. And here we are, back where this episode started. And here I thought that you weren't such a big fool. Oh my, isn't that little Juliet? Is she your new ally? You joined forces with that hopeless woman? Glacia. The next lord will see how big of a mistake it was to choose you over me. Today is the day I take over as the overseer of this place. I'm sorry. I really tried to take you seriously for a second there. Alas, after beating you the first dozen times, I cannot even keep a straight face now. Ahem. What's up with your robot toy? I need to ask you something. Your favorite color? What? Just answer the question, it's important. Blue. I see, that's very interesting. Yeah. What are you trying to pull out here? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. It actually worked. What was that? What did you do? How? Well, it seems like your bodyguards aren't going to help you now. It says that the message you tried to send contains inappropriate language. So I will need to sadly time you out. Because I don't speak Brazil. And let me quickly check in the Google Translate what did you say. And based on what it says, I will either ban you or keep you around. Give me a second. I'm not entirely sure what your message is. What your message is about. Let me see. If I go over here. I'm not too sure. I will check after the stream, and I will either time you out or I will ban you, because I don't speak this language, so I'm not sure what it means. Sorry if it's a mistake, but we will see after the stream. I will double check it. You think I depend on them? I will show you the might of a true overseer. Okay, seems like we are about to fight Glacia. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard, because the Glacia seems to have not too powerful creatures on her side. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, that's an interesting Nexomon. We haven't seen that one yet. Let me go with Raymond. Use kick. Thorax. That one we have already, which is nice. I won't let you into the tower. It's over, Glacia. You cannot stop us now. I guess you can. Foolish weaklings, you thought I didn't have a plan. You have wasted so much time, the champions will crush you now. Clever trick. Did the scientists help you? We shall pay them a visit after this brief encounter. Hey, hope I'm not late to the party. Overseer Ira, what in the world are you doing here? The champions have been weakened. This is our chance to fight them. I've been waiting so long to get my revenge, Fireboy. This time you ain't getting away. Soon the curse on my town will be lifted. This is the last stand. Defeat champions here. Ah, what kind of freezer is this? Let's get this over with already. Hum. You think I have forgotten about you for dumping me in those stinky sewers, Zeta? You might kneel now, fools. Ah, you have got to be kidding me. Nadine, Fenrir, wipe them out now. I can still feel the effect of the Nexocore. I cannot transform like this. We need to restore our strength. Are you serious? There is no way I am losing this. The tower must be guarded. You have already failed us, Glacia? What? Fenrir, Merida, Zeta, back to tower. What am I supposed to do? You can get lost, Glacia. What? You see, Overseer Glacia, the champions and the Nexolord don't care about you at all. You'd be wise to run away, peasant. This can't be over. Ah, damn it all. Looks like you owe me one now. The path to the Noxolord's tower is clear. This is our chance to defeat him. The Nexoguard is coming too. The entire world is against the Nexolord. We will go ahead and set up a camp outside the tower. Come when you are ready to save the world. I cannot believe I finally did it. Glacia is down. But I don't think the Nexolord will ever love me after doing this. We better get going. If Ulzar is right, then Omnicron will be waiting for us. Oh. What's your plan to fight him? Are you going to trust your Nexomon to defeat Omnicron? Yes, that's right. Nexomon would never betray us. Good luck to both of you. I'm sure that you will make history. Well. What a turn of events. We found some revive over here. We found some super potion over here. Now obviously we are about to hit the mark of the 2 hours. Which means that we probably will be stopping now. Let me just peek inside of the camp. Let's see the dialogue. Wow, everyone's gathering to fight the Nexolord. If this were some sort of video game, I'd say we are close to the end. Are you two ready for this? This will be the greatest challenge in your journey so far. But do not be afraid, you have the full support of both the Nexoguard and the Overseers. The tower lies to the north, you better prepare your party and items now. Let's go and save the world. Well, seems like we are in the endgame now. I suppose the episode tomorrow will be quite interesting. Based on what I'm seeing here, you found an XP multiplier. Equip this item in the inventory to duplicate XP among your party members. It does not stack with similar items. What does that mean? I already have the XP share and the XP multiplier. I will need to look up on Google how that works, what's the difference and such. Vonix can probably remind me after the stream. Duplicate? Yeah. We have come so far. Remember when our journey started? You were so afraid of the Nexolord. And now you are going to defeat him and save the world. How crazy is that? Did you know that whoever defeats the Nexolord gains his title? I can already tell you will be the best Nexolord in history. If we stop Omnicron's awakening, the world will be safe for the people of my town. I will finally lift the spell that has been protecting them, but if we fail, my people will remain as wisps forever. Do your best. Hey, can you use your psychic powers to tell the future? Are we gonna win? Fate is not written in stone. You will have to find out yourselves. Brr, I reckon the Nexolord's tower has heating. My Nexomon are pretty useless here too. Why am I here? This place disgusts me to no end. How can these people even walk with all this snow on the way? Just a little longer, and I can go back to my sweet desert. I hope the train is still working. I don't really trust Alwyn's repairs. Maybe you will end up stuck in this place forever. Don't even joke about that. It says we can talk with them, but when I mash the button, they just nod their head and don't really talk with me. Which is interesting. And we cannot go inside of their tent. I'm not sure what's the deal over there, but here we are, I suppose. I still need to talk with you. That fireboy is running out of places to hide. Hehe, just wait till you see my ultimate muscle destruction technique. You should use that against the Nexolord too. Nah, he is all yours. We found the elixir. Very cute rat emo, which is one of the new ones that I added. I hope you like it. Go to tower, go to Nexolord, save the world, save Ulzar's legacy. Can you warp us to the Nexolord's location? Evil powers in Nexolord's tower warp impossible. It is never easy, is it? Well, apparently it isn't. But sadly, all that remains to do, at least for this episode, is to go here. Because we might as well get ready for the upcoming situation. And now that we are healed, I will probably just save the game right in front of the entrance into the next area, which means over here. And we will continue tomorrow. And I assume we will actually get to see how the story ends tomorrow. So that will be quite interesting. I'm quite excited. But yeah, for now, this is the end. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.